Gothic Rock Radio Show on WMPG.
Hello, I am the Crypt Keeper, and welcome to the Gothic Rock Radio Show. I crawled through the crypt and dug up only the best Gothic rock and metal for tonight, and left the rest for the other stations to play. So now you can leave your CD collection at home, and let me pick out the music. It'll leave your hands free to do other things. Thanks for staying up late tonight and joining me as I work the graveyard shift. You're in for a special treat tonight. I just gotta take the wrapper off at first. There you go. Here's a lollipop for everyone to suck on. Tonight is the Gothic Rock Radio Show's Halloween special. And along with some awesome goth, I have a really scary story that I wrote called Trick or Treat. And it will scare the pants right off you. Or I'm hoping anyway. When I am working out in the graveyard, I come across a lot of death. It cheers me up as I whistle along to their grunts, growls, and screams. Now that's music to my ears. I will fear no evil as I walk through the shadows of death. I never go anywhere without protection. I always carry a shovel. I'm still out in the graveyard. I am digging a hole 6 feet deep. I think I've got to dig a little deeper. This is a big stiff, and it's not going to fit in that hole. Then I heard a noise coming from behind me. I turned around to look and see. To my surprise, I saw 3 hot vampire chicks sucking on my stiff that I was supposed to bury. I said, "Stupid vampires, you can suck on that thing all night long. It's been dead since I don't know when, and it's starting to rot. Look, rigor mortis has set in, and it's hard as a rock, and you might lose some teeth if you sink them in too deep." I shouldn't have said anything. Now the vampires have turned their attention onto me. They yelled, "Ah, fresh meat!" I grabbed my stiff and ran as fast as my feet would take me. I should have brought some rubbers. After running through the swamp, my feet are soaked and my boots are starting to squeak. And the vampires are still chasing after me, and they can hear me. My stiff doesn't look the same anymore. After the vampires sucked all the embalming fluid out of it, I hope the widow doesn't notice. Finally, I'm coming to the forest. I can see a light. There's a house with 3 old ladies brewing a stew in a large pot outside, singing incantations. They're witches! Don't worry, I have dealt with witches before in the past. I'll take care of them. I turned around to find my shovel. To my surprise, they stole my stiff when I wasn't looking. Grave robbers! The witches are eating my stiff!
It's a little bony and wrinkly. I think someone else has sucked on it first.
Well, now I feel like such a dick. I have a hole but no stiff to bury in it. The vampires sucked the life out of it. Then the witches ate it and are sitting on the rest. Yes, I see a shaft. Could that be the lost goth mine? I will get it back up again! This stiff needs a proper burial. I snuck up when the witches fell asleep and got what was left of the stiff. Only the head was left and some of the neck that they were sitting on. Well, that will do. At least they didn't eat the whole thing. That's a lot of meat for any woman to swallow. I think I spoke too soon. One witch is still awake, playing with her pussy. I said to myself, man, that's one hairy pussy. There is fur all over my stiff's head. And I gotta brush it all off now before I bury it. The witch screamed when she saw me.
Oh man! I hope he has a stiff to bury. I have a hole that needs filling out back.
I got the head and what was left of the body and got the hell out of there fast. Now the vampires and the witches are chasing me down. I took off and ran down the street. I think that the vampires and the witches are still chasing me. Halloween is one scary night. I passed zombies, werewolves, and demons, all yelling trick or treat. There's nowhere I can go to get away from them. I am scared to death, and sweat is pouring off of me. My heart is pounding. I see a building. It says WMPG. That looks like a good place to go to bury a stiff and hide from the witches, werewolves, and zombies. I ran down into the crypt and put the head next to some CDs. I reached for the light. I turned it on and turned around. And to my surprise, everyone yelled,
"Trick or treat! Trick or treat! Trick or treat! You cheap old bastard! You should have just gave us some candy!"
"What? That was just a trick?" Well, I hope your Halloween was as scary as mine was. And don't turn off all your lights and pretend you're not home on Halloween night like I did. Because all the kids know when you're home, they can smell your feet. So how about something good to eat?
Now I really gotta answer the door. Before I find the trick-or-treaters, have toilet papered my trees and threw eggs at my windows.
I could really use some eggs and toilet paper. Every time I eat eggs, well, you know the rest of the story. Well, make sure you stay tuned for Urban Sickness next. And I'll catch you back here next week, every Monday night at 11:30 on the Gothic Rock Radio Show. I'm coming, God damn it! Hold your fucking horses.
Happy Halloween!